Welcome to News Edge, your sharpest source for daily headlines and deep dives. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay ahead of the curve. The world woke up this week to a moment that may well be remembered as a turning point in modern history. Headlines blazed across newspapers and news tickers, announcing developments that could reshape the very fabric of the 21st century. In a move that caught many by surprise, Beijing quietly confirmed a landmark proposal from Riyadh, signaling a strategic alignment between two Eastern giants whose influence is steadily rising. China, the world's manufacturing powerhouse, and Saudi Arabia, the undisputed energy titan, have agreed to a deep, multifaceted partnership that extends far beyond simple trade. This is more than a trade deal. It's a profound shift in international relations, one that could alter the balance of power for decades to come. For decades, global alliances and economic frameworks were shaped and dominated by the West, with Western capitals setting the agenda. Now, the old maps and familiar alliances may no longer be enough to guide the future. The world is entering uncharted territory. Years of quiet diplomacy, patient negotiation, and steadily growing economic ties have led to this pivotal moment. While Washington and other Western powers focused their attention elsewhere, Beijing and Riyadh were building bridges, seeing mutual benefit that goes far beyond commerce. China needs reliable, long-term energy supplies to fuel its growth. Saudi Arabia, meanwhile, needs a strong partner to help realize its ambitious Vision 2030 plan, aiming to diversify its economy and reduce its dependence on oil. Their mutual needs and shared ambitions have blossomed into a formal strategic embrace, sealed with signatures and handshakes. The understated announcement belies its true significance. This is nothing less than a tectonic shift in the world's geopolitical landscape. Both nations are now deliberately charting a new course, one that is less dependent on the West and more focused on building their own spheres of influence. The post-Cold War era, defined by a single superpower and Western dominance, is fading. In its place, a multipolar world is emerging, with new centers of power and influence. This China-Saudi agreement is a major sign of that trend, a clear indication that the global order is evolving. It's a partnership between a rising superpower and a pivotal regional player, both seeking alternatives to the current global system and eager to shape the rules of tomorrow. They're not overturning the system, at least not yet, but they are building a new network of influence, one that could eventually rival the old order. The world must now adapt to this new reality, as governments, businesses, and ordinary people everywhere begin to feel the ripple effects of this historic shift. The adjustments will be felt everywhere, from boardrooms and trading floors to markets and homes across the globe. A new chapter in global affairs has begun, and its story is only just starting to unfold. What is this groundbreaking offer that's capturing the world's attention and could reshape global alliances? At its core, this is a bold win for oil and technology pact, signaling a new era in international trade and cooperation. Saudi Arabia will now sell a significant portion of its oil exports to China, and for the first time these transactions will be priced in yuan, not US dollars, a direct challenge to the decades-old petrodollar system that has dominated global energy markets. This move is designed to boost China's currency on the world stage, increasing its influence and encouraging other nations to consider the yuan for international trade. In return, China is pledging massive investment in Saudi Arabia's future, positioning itself as a primary partner in the ambitious Vision 2030 plan to diversify the Saudi economy beyond oil. Chinese tech giants will play a leading role in building Saudi Arabia's digital infrastructure, rolling out advanced 5G networks, artificial intelligence systems, and the foundations for futuristic smart cities. Joint research centers will be established, focusing on renewables, sustainable agriculture, and cutting-edge biotechnology, aiming to drive innovation and address shared challenges. The deal also includes enhanced security cooperation, ranging from arms sales and joint military exercises to intelligence sharing and strategic planning. For Saudi Arabia, this means diversifying its security partners and reducing reliance on traditional allies. For China, it's a strategic foothold in a region vital for energy and trade. The pact extends to cultural and educational exchanges with new universities, scholarships, and collaborative programs designed to build long-term people-to-people ties and mutual understanding. This is a holistic approach, binding the two nations together on economic, scientific, security, and cultural levels, creating a multi-layered partnership. It's a long-term play, carefully crafted to solidify the partnership for decades to come and shape the future of both countries. The implications of this alliance reach far beyond economics, potentially shifting the balance of power and influence on the global stage. Why now? For China, it's about securing energy and reducing vulnerability to US sanctions. A direct partnership with the world's largest oil exporter insulates China from disruptions. For Saudi Arabia, it's about using oil wealth to build a diversified, modern economy as the world moves away from fossil fuels. The US is seen as an unreliable partner. China offers technology, investment, and non-interference. Global tensions and US-China rivalry create the perfect moment for this deal. Both sides see more leverage now than in the past. The partnership is pragmatic, rooted in national interests, not shared values. China gets secure energy and a boost for the UN. Saudi Arabia gets investment and autonomy. Both believe they're gaining more than they're giving up. It's a calculated bet to navigate the turbulent 21st century. Together, they aim to secure their futures. For China, the benefits of this historic agreement are truly profound, setting the stage for a new chapter in its global rise. The most immediate and tangible gain is energy security. Direct pipelines and long-term deals with Saudi Arabia mean China can reduce its reliance on vulnerable sea lanes, ensuring a steady flow of vital resources even in times of global uncertainty. Accepting yuan for oil strikes at the very heart of dollar dominance, advancing China's long-standing goal of making its currency truly global and challenging the traditional financial order. A stronger yuan means less exposure to US sanctions, lower import costs, and greater financial independence for China on the world stage. The deal also showcases Chinese technology and infrastructure expertise, projecting China as a global builder, innovator, and reliable partner for ambitious projects. It's not just a commercial win, it's a significant boost to China's soft power, enhancing its reputation and influence abroad. By leading Saudi Arabia's digital transformation, China demonstrates its advanced capabilities and positions itself as a leader in cutting-edge technology for the world to see. The agreement cements China's growing influence in the Middle East, a region that has long been dominated by the US and Western interests. Becoming Saudi Arabia's primary partner gives Beijing a powerful platform in the Arab world, opening doors to new alliances and opportunities. It's a strategic move that reshapes the regional balance of power and signals a shift in global alliances. With this agreement, China has placed a crucial stone on the global board, carefully advancing its long-term strategy. The impact of this partnership will be felt far beyond the region, influencing global trade, finance, and diplomacy for years to come. This is the dawn of a new era for Chinese influence, one that will shape the future of international relations. For Saudi Arabia, this deal powers its Vision 2030. The kingdom knows its oil wealth is finite. Transition is essential. China provides the capital, technology, and partnership to make that transition real. Chinese expertise in smart cities and renewables is key to building Saudi Arabia's new economy. The partnership gives Saudi Arabia more strategic autonomy. Reducing dependence on the US. Diversifying partnerships means more options and flexibility. Economically, it makes sense. China is Saudi Arabia's biggest oil customer. Accepting yuan positions Riyadh to benefit from China's rise and become a financial hub in a multipolar world. The deal helps rebrand Saudi Arabia as modern and forward-thinking. It attracts global investment and builds national pride. This is about changing perceptions as much as economic realities. Saudi Arabia is betting on a new future. For Washington, this is a strategic setback. The US-Saudi oil for security relationship has underpinned American influence for decades. The new pact challenges both the petrodollar and US military dominance in the region. Accepting yuan for oil erodes America's financial leverage. Chinese arms sales and joint exercises introduce a powerful rival to the region. The Pentagon will watch with concern as the balance shifts. US policy in the Middle East faces a painful reassessment. Some will blame disengagement, others criticism of allies. Meanwhile, China scores a major win, using economic and technological statecraft. The competition with China is now a global contest for influence. The US must adapt to a new reality. The biggest global ripple is in the international monetary system. The petrodollar created constant demand for US dollars. Saudi Arabia's move cracks that foundation. The dollar won't collapse overnight, But the yuan is now a legitimate alternative for major transactions. Other oil producers may follow, weakening dollar demand. For the US, this could mean higher inflation, interest rates, and borrowing costs. America's exorbitant privilege is at risk. The deal will also reshape global supply chains, with China's Belt and Road Initiative creating new trade corridors. Asia, the Middle East, and Africa will become more integrated, with China at the center. Western economies may lose influence as the economic center shifts east. Distinct economic blocs could emerge, fragmenting the global system. This could create new friction and instability. The era of seamless globalization may be ending. The world is entering a more complex phase. The partnership faces real challenges. China and Saudi Arabia have vastly different cultures and politics. Future leaders could shift course. The alliance is pragmatic, not value-based, making it potentially fragile. Implementing massive projects brings risks, delays, cost overruns, and social tensions. Saudi Arabia could become dependent on Chinese technology, creating new vulnerabilities. The US and its allies will push back, offering incentives or imposing restrictions. Regional rivals may form counter-alliances, raising tensions. Despite these hurdles, the opportunities are immense. Success could transform both nations and inspire others. The world could move toward a more balanced, multipolar order, if the transition is managed wisely. The China-Saudi agreement is a signpost to a new global reality. It marks the arrival of a multipolar world, with nations charting their own courses. China seeks security and influence. Saudi Arabia seeks autonomy and a post-oil future. Together, they're betting on partnership to achieve their goals. The US and its allies must rethink their strategies as the petro-yuan challenges the petrodollar. New alliances will form, old ones may fade. The world is not anti-American but post-American. The challenge is to manage this shift peacefully and wisely. The tectonic plates of global power are shifting before our eyes. The story of the New World Order is just beginning.